right, hello everybody, and welcome to the next New Earth Teachings webcast live. Thank you everybody for being here today. Happy to be with you once again this Friday. So we are going to be doing some distance healing work requests today, and we're also going to do some Q&A here very shortly. But just some announcements before we get started. And the first announcement is beautiful, sacred geometrical clothing, apparel, and accessories imbued with spirit source energy to heal, rejuvenate, detoxify, and strengthen the body. Shop now at healingcodeshop.com. Okay, and we also have a second announcement, is that there's going to be a free drawing for 2 Healing Code card body deck giveaways starting on October 29th. So 2 winners will be drawn on October 29th and announced on October 30th to win a free Healing Code card body deck. So to enter this, just go to facebook.com/healingcodecards, and I'll be giving away 2 of these Healing Code card decks for that drawing. All you have to do is just go to the Healing Code Cards Facebook page. There's a pinned post there talking about the giveaway, the drawing, and all you have to do is just reply with a comment, and you'll automatically be entered into the drawing. And we just had a giveaway for 2 t-shirts through the Healing Code shop. So those 2 people have already been drawn. Congratulations, Sandy and Connie. The 2 of them have been drawn for 2 free Healing Code shop t-shirts. So again, this is where the next drawing will be happening, and it will be for the Healing Code cards. Also, the Healing Code cards mind deck is going to be debuting on October 9th. So basically it's going to be the digital version of the Healing Code cards mind deck, and that will be available. And then probably around the time of January, the printed deck of the Healing Code cards mind deck will be available then. But in the meantime, the Healing Code cards body deck, both the digital edition and printed edition, are still available on healingcodecards.com. If you're in Canada or United States, you can get them on Amazon. I'm still working with trying to get them on Amazon UK. They've just been a major pain to try and get them onto the UK. But I'm still working on it, so we'll see how that goes. But anyways, you can go to healingcodecards.com if you are international, and you can grab the digital edition or the printed edition there. All right, and finally, Adronis Guidance to Contact. This is going to be happening this Sunday at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern on Zoom. Okay, so again, this is all about connecting with ETs, manifesting personal ET experiences. It's going to be a very, very exciting one. So again, this is going to be happening. Registration is still available. Just go to newearthteachings.com. Registration is $4.99. Again, the funds go to printing out the mind deck of the Healing Code cards. So again, Adronis Guidance to Contact this Sunday, 12 p.m. Pacific. Again, go to newearthteachings.com and you can register. All right. How is the mind deck coming? Really good, really good. All the art for it is all finished. So all 36 cards are done. 3 of the cards are, again, the amplifiers that are also in the body deck. So for those of you who have a body deck and a mind deck, you'll have 2 pairs of the amplifier cards. But yes, all the art is done. The code is still being written. It's not as difficult as the body deck. That's the good news. The body deck required a great deal of thorough research. The mind deck isn't too bad. So there's a little bit of research in it, but nowhere near as bad. So the codes are coming along. I'm going to be imbuing them into the cards here very shortly, and they will be ready to roll on October 9th. So they're doing good. Thank you, 72, for asking. Okay. So the first thing we're going to go ahead and get started with before we get into healing requests. Okay, so if you guys do have healing requests, make sure it's a single healing request as well, either for yourself or for somebody else. That's completely fine. So the first thing we're going to do right now is just get ourselves into a grounded meditation. So let's go ahead and get ourselves nice and comfortable. And after the distance healing, we'll be getting into Q&A with Adronis. All right. So you can place your hands upon the center of your chest, or you can put it on there. Place your hands on your lap, whatever you feel comfortable in doing. Okay. I'm just going to start off like this. So let's just get ourselves nice and comfortable, making sure the body is free of any tension, making sure your spine is nice and erect. If you want to sit down or lay down, it's up to you. All right. So we'll take a deep breath in, deep breath out. And once again, deep breath in, Deep breath out. And one last time, deep breath in. And deep breath out. And just relaxing, breathing normally. Now I just want you to bring the focus and awareness onto the base of the spine. Okay. Feeling those black etheric roots now coming out through the base of the spine, flowing down through the legs, going all the way down to the bottom of the feet, feeling the feet chakra opening up, and feeling those black etheric roots going deeply into the earth. Feeling free to put them as deeply into the earth as you want. I always recommend going right to the core of the earth once you envision that. And if you cannot envision it, just feel. Feel as if it's happening. Feel as if it's already happened. Your black etheric roots are already connected to the heart of the earth. Okay? And now I just want you to do a scan of yourself, right? From the top of your head, flowing down, all the way down to the bottom of your feet. And if you feel that there's any stiffness, any tension, any stress, any debris of that nature, just want you to feel like you're taking that energy and you're just running it through the roots, right? So you're taking that energy, putting it into the base of the spine, flowing it through the roots, and putting it deeply into the earth, directly into the heart of the earth, okay? And the earth will automatically transmute all of that energy for you. And you can feel free to state an affirmation if you wish. Here's my stress, here's my tension, here's debris from my body. Mother Earth, please tranquilize and neutralize this in harmony for me. I love you, thank you very much, okay? So we're just doing that. We're feeling that energy moving through the etheric roots into the heart of the earth and feeling that transmutation effect taking place. And now we're going to feel that brown energy coming up from the soil of the earth. That beautiful, clean, it is actually very clean, all right? Clean brown energy moving up through the feet, moving up through the legs, and connecting directly to the base of the spine, okay? And now what we're going to do is we're just going to work with the chakra centers as before, okay? We're going to start off with the root chakra, okay? So I just want you in your mind to see the color red, just like an apple red or a tomato red, either is fine. Okay, and now you're just going to see that energy, that color, moving in a counterclockwise direction. Okay, so spiraling that counterclockwise 7 times using your finger if you want. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Moving up now into the navel chakra, colored orange, okay, like an orange peel. Counterclockwise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Moving up now into the solar plexus chakra, colored yellow, like a lemon peel. Counterclockwise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Moving up now into the heart, green, like grass, or like a lime peel. Okay, counterclockwise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Moving up now into the throat, sky blue, aquamarine. Okay, counterclockwise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Moving up now into the third eye chakra, ocean blue. Counterclockwise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Finally, moving up to the crown chakra, colored violet. Counterclockwise, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, focusing on your belly, taking a deep breath in. Bringing that breath all the way up to the top of the crown, feeling the crown chakra opening up. Exhale. Feeling that rainbow light cascading down the body, going all the way down the bottom of the feet and moving up into the perineum. Okay, and now just feeling the heartbeat and just feeling that rhythm of the heartbeat. And as you tune into your heart, feeling that heartbeat, you're feeling the toroidal field now expanding, okay? It's expanding now, feeling the top portion of the toroidal field above your head, bottom portion just below your feet, and just feeling it expand and rotating in a counterclockwise direction. Nice and softly, nice and subtly. And now we're going to focus just behind our heart, and we're going to see the white spirit light, the Christ light, okay? We're seeing that white light behind the heart now starting to expand, seeing that brightness of the white light coming directly into the toroidal field, imbuing itself directly into the grids of the toroidal field as it continues to spin subtly, counterclockwise. And spirit is with you, all right? So we are again knowing that spirit light is with us, knowing that it is connecting with us, knowing that we can work with it, okay? So again, if you feel that there are other areas within your body that you want to work with, call upon the spirit light, imagine it's upon your hands, and you can start rubbing areas of the body that may be sore, maybe aching, again, tense. And once you rub it, I'd say about a good 5 times, and then just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, pat it away, brush it off, okay? So that is available to you as well too. And of course you want to talk to Spirit Light. Spirit Light is infinite intelligence. Spirit Light is God. Spirit Light is perfection. All right. Okay, so let's take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. All right, we are now fully grounded. We have our toroidal field flowing. We have Spirit Light within the toroidal field, and our source is alive and flowing with us as well too. Okay. All right, so let's go ahead and see if we have any healing requests now. So again, if you guys do have any healing requests, again, for yourself or for someone else who you know, you can feel free to put that down as well. Okay, so I have one here from Odney Clopen. Odney says, I have a healing request for myself. Have much pain because of my fibromyalgia. Okay, fibromyalgia can be a very big thing as well too. Now, fibromyalgia can also be something that's linked to the liver. It can be something that's linked into Epstein-Barr virus as well too, okay? So basically what we're going to do is we'll focus on clearing, I'd say, the Epstein-Barr virus out of your body, okay? Fibromyalgia, very much how that is caused is through the Epstein-Barr virus in later stages, okay? So that's what I think we'll do for you today, Odney, is we'll basically just clear out as best we can the Epstein-Barr virus from yourself, okay? So, Odney, what I'd like you to do right now is I want you just to place your hands upon the center of your chest, okay? And I want you to feel black etheric roots coming out both of your hands as you have them upon the center of your chest. And now you're going to personally instruct your body, okay? And I want you just to take a moment now. I want you to go deeply into your body, okay? I just want you to see, it's almost like you can see the entire insides of your body, but you're also looking at your energy body as well too, your energy field. So you can see that like a golden light, or you can see it as a clear light. Any of those are fine, okay? But I just want you to feel yourself really going into your body, and you can either say out loud or in your mind, I command my body to bring forward all traces of the Epstein-Barr virus directly into my hands, so that it may be purged, canceled out, and released from my body. Okay? So again, you're just visualizing, you're feeling that. Now again, what Epstein-Barr virus does is it's almost an artificial intelligence to a lot of these viruses. Okay? It is a very, very sneaky thing. It will actually migrate to different organs once it gets exposed. Right? So it can shift itself into different areas of the body. So there's kind of an artificial intelligence with these particular types of viruses. It's pretty nasty, right? So what you're doing is you're telling your entire body to cooperate. That's why we're not focusing on one particular area, not just the liver, because the liver can be quite commonly compromised by it, but we're just getting the entire body to kind of like push it up, right? It's pushing up, it's putting it into the roots, and it's being placed into your hands, okay? So I just want you to take a few moments, and you're just telling your body again to bring the Epstein-Barr virus, all strains of it, into your hands. Okay, and I want you to see that virus as black liquid. Okay, it's being sucked up into the etheric roots, and it's being sucked up into your hands. Okay. So I'll give you another moment as you do that now. Okay. So Odney, I will go ahead now and connect with Spirit Light, and we will work to clear the Epstein-Barr virus out of yourself. I command God's spirit light to completely cancel out, eliminate, and purge all of the black liquid debris energy contained within Adronis' hands, and clearing away all traces and all strains of the Epstein-Barr virus contained within his body, lifting all of that energy up out of his body, putting it up into source consciousness to be purified and forgiven, and having his body 100% free altogether of any Epstein-Barr virus strains. Apply. Okay, so taking a deep breath in, taking a deep breath out. Okay. So Adni, what I'd recommend, second, this is again someone who I refer to quite often, the medical medium, okay? And I'd like you to start doing celery juice, heavy metal detox smoothie, okay? Getting a lot of alkaline within your body as well too, to help you with that. And secondly, I would like you to work together with the, thirdly actually. Firstly was what we just did. Secondly is medical medium. Thirdly is the BCR and TC technique, okay? And I want you just to fill yourself with a lot of love energy, okay? And I basically want you to distribute a lot of that love energy to each of your major organs, okay? So I want you to start off with the brain, going to the heart, going to the lungs, going to the liver, going to the kidneys, going to the stomach, going to the pancreas, going to the intestines. Okay, if you want, you can also put it into the central nervous system as well too. But you're putting a lot of love energy directly into the organs, and as you feel it going into each organ individually, you're instructing the love energy to clear away any harsh viruses whatsoever, any harsh viruses, any harsh bacteria whatsoever, okay? And the love energy, like I said, is like a servant. So when you're commanding it, it's going to go in there and it's going to clear it all out, okay? That's what it's designed to do. It will not deceive you. Love energy can't deceive you, okay? So that's what I'd like you to do as a third option as well too, okay? So second option, medical medium. Third option, BCR technique, okay? Thank you, Adni, for your request. Okay, let's move on to Deborah. Deborah says, healing request for my brother-in-law, Bob. He has back issues. Okay. So, Deborah, as it is for somebody else, you're going to be kind of my medium here. You're going to be the bridge between the worlds, so to speak. All right. So, Deborah, what I'd like you to do right now is just close your eyes, take a deep breath in, take a deep breath out. And I just want you to see your brother-in-law, Bob. Now, it doesn't even matter if he's in the room with you or not, okay? I just want you to see his hologram, all right? So you could see him laying on a bed, laying on a couch, for example, okay? And now, of course, he's laying down on his stomach. So now you're seeing his back. And what I want you to do is I want you to take both of your hands and just put it upon the area of his back, maybe around the upper back or the mid back or the lower back, wherever you feel is appropriate, okay? And again, you're just seeing those etheric roots, those black etheric roots coming out. And you're feeling those black etheric roots wrapping around his spine all together, okay? As they're wrapping around his spine, I want you now just to connect with his soul, okay? Connect with his energy, connect with his spirit, and you're just asking Bob, do I have your permission to work with this healing energy? Do I have your permission to work on you today, okay? 9 times out of 10, there's always a yes to it, okay? And we're just going to proceed as if the answer is yes, okay? So with your hands upon an area of his back, you're feeling all of those black etheric roots wrapped around his spine. I want you now just to look into his body, okay? I want you just to look at any black liquid debris, as you said that he was having some back problems, okay? So I just want you to look at the areas of his vertebrae that basically have this black liquid attached to it, okay? You can see it inside the bone, and you can see it around the bone as well too, around the vertebrae. And I want you just to imagine that you're sucking up, you're absorbing all of that black liquid energy that you're feeling within his back. The second thing you can do is you can just request to the etheric roots, wrap yourself around Bob's back and absorb all of the black liquid that can be absorbed into my hands, okay? So you're instructing that. This is just for people who are not quite visual. You basically just state a command, okay? And they'll go in and they'll start absorbing a lot of that black liquid into the hands from Bob's back, okay? So I'll give you a moment now as you go ahead and do this. Okay. So now that you have done that, and all of the black liquid is contained in your hands, Deborah, I will go ahead now and connect with Spirit Light and working together with both you and Bob for this healing, okay? I command God's Spirit Light to completely cancel out, eliminate, and purge all of the black liquid dense energy contained within Deborah's hands from her brother-in-law Bob's body, clearing all of that energy up out of her hands, out of Bob's body, putting it up into source consciousness to be purified and forgiven in totality. Apply. Okay, deep breath in, deep breath out. I was feeling some very strong energy there. So, Deborah, I think we definitely got some energy released there. So, Deborah, what I'd like you to do right now is, again, as I talked about in the beginning, right? You have the toroidal field, you have the spirit light. I want you to feel that spirit light in your hands, okay? Like white spirit light, and it's just all around your hands, okay? I want you now just to kind of wash them, right? Just like you're washing under a sink, okay? And then you can kind of shake them out, all right? Because that's not your energy you're working with Bob's energy, all right? So you're just cleaning your hands with spirit light, and then you shake them out, okay? So keep an eye on Bob. Hopefully he feels better with the clearing of that debris energy out of his back. It's also very important that he's taking good care of his back. Yoga stretches, I think, would be very, very good for him. If he does some yoga work, I think that will help him out a lot as well, okay? Thank you very much, Deborah. All right. Ritzy says, Brad and Adronis, well, it's just me, for healing requests. Healing requests for my brother in India for lungs and sister for eye. We're just doing one person, Ritzy, okay? Just one person. So let's just do your brother for now, okay? For his lungs. Like I said, guys, just single requests, okay? Healing request for your brother in India for his lungs, okay? So I didn't get his name, so I'll just refer to him as Ritzy's brother, okay? So Ritzy, the exact same thing as I just did with Deborah and Bob, okay? So Ritzy, what I want you to do right now, close your eyes, take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Now I want you to see your brother, his hologram, directly in your mind, okay? So you can see him laying down on a bed, laying down on a couch. Either is fine, okay? So I want you just to have a good full vision of him. If you're having a problem visioning him, just know that your brother is there, okay? Same thing. I want you to feel etheric roots coming out through the hands, okay? And you're just putting it upon his chest, okay? To where his lungs are. As you do that, you're feeling the black etheric roots wrapping around both lungs, okay? And now what you are saying is you are asking your brother's spirit if it is all right that you can perform this healing, okay? And as I said, we're just going to proceed as if it's okay, all right? So Ritzy, what I want you to do right now is I want you just to look inside his lungs holographically within your mind. And I want you just to notice any black liquid there. If you cannot see any black liquid there, you're just telling your hands, you're telling the etheric roots, go into his lungs and absorb all black liquid energy that is causing harshness in his lungs, okay? And you're feeling all of that black liquid coming directly into your hands, okay? Because you're being the medium, you're being the bridge for your brother, okay? You know him best. Okay, so Ritzy, once you have absorbed all of that black liquid into your hands, I will go ahead now and connect with Spirit Light. I command God's Spirit Light to completely cancel out, eliminate, and purge all of the black liquid energy debris contained within Ritzy's hands from her brother's lungs, lifting all of that energy up out of her hands, out of her brother's lungs, out of his body, putting it up into source consciousness to be purified and forgiven in totality. Apply. Okay. So, thank you very much, Ritzy. If he has the means, it's good for him maybe to get an air purifier. What I was noticing is when you were talking about him, there's a lot of congestion in his lungs. There may even be some just kind of nasty toxins within the lungs as well, too. He may just not be in a very clean place. It feels like there's a lot of pollution around as well, too. If he has access to like an air purifier or something of that nature, that's good. Again, I'd also recommend the medical medium protocols with him, okay? Celery juice, cucumber juice, heavy metal detox smoothie, okay? BCR technique, love energy into the lungs, getting the love energy to clear all that out, okay? Thank you very much, Ritzy. All right. Let's move on to Zach. Zach says, healing for my lower back pain. Thank you. All right, great. So I think we'll take 2 more healing requests. Okay, so we'll take Zach and I'll take 1 more. And then we're going to go on to Q&A. Okay, so Zach, healing for your lower back pain. All right, so what I want you to do, Zach, is don't worry, you don't have to reach all the way around your back. Okay, just place your hands upon the center of your chest, feeling the etheric roots coming out. And I want you to feel those roots going all the way down to your lower back. Okay, and I just want you to feel them. And now you're going to do the apologetic affirmation. Okay, so you're apologizing to your lower back for being neglectful and having this pain remain. All right, so you're asking for your body's forgiveness, and you're also asking for your body's assistance, helping to clear away this back pain so that you can bring the body back into harmony. Okay, so when you're very genuine and you're very soft and you're sincere to your body is very easily forgiving. Okay, it just wants to hear you. It wants to hear your thought. It wants to hear your words. Body, I'm sorry. Right? I'm sorry for being so neglectful. I apologize. I ask for your forgiveness. I ask for your assistance so that we can clear this out and bring the body back into harmony. Okay? That's like sweet music to the body's ears. All right? It's like, oh my God, he actually apologized. Oh, I'm on cloud 9 right now. Okay? It's exactly how the body reacts. It's so happy that you're giving attention to it. All right? So again, once that happens, you're now feeling the black roots, absorbing all of that black liquid energy, okay, and feeling that going up the roots and directly into your hands, okay? So I'll give you a minute now as you go ahead and do that. Okay, so Zach, as you've gone ahead and done that now, we will now go ahead and I will release that energy with spirit light, okay? I command God's spirit light to completely cancel out, eliminate, and purge all of the black liquid energy debris contained within Zach's hands from his lower back, lifting all of that energy up out of his body, putting it up into source consciousness to be purified and forgiven in totality. Apply. Okay, so Zach, deep breath in, deep breath out. Again, if you know that your hands no longer feel like that black liquid is there, that is spirit clearing all of that essence out. So basically, again, guys, the science behind this is that spirit is altering your vibration, okay? The black liquid energy that's in your hands is the essence of the old vibration pertaining to pain, okay? As that pain becomes relinquished, the area of the back now becomes neutralized, which means it's neither highly positive nor is it highly negative. It's in the middle. So your job next is to go into that area and put love energy into it. Okay, so this is again what I've been talking about with the BCR technique, right? You're putting love energy and you're reinforcing that area. So this is exactly what spirit is doing. Spirit is kind of like zeroing in on an area of the body with its vibration, and we use it as black liquid because it's often quite negative and harsh and dense, okay? And it's canceling that out. This is why people feel a sudden shift, right? They feel like their body just shifts. Oh my God, the pain's gone. Yes, because we've neutralized the vibration. So now what we have to do is we have to reinforce that with love energy, okay? So as soon as you guys get a healing from spirit, you go with the BCR technique, okay? You get the BCR technique going, breath work, calmness, reinforcement, and you put all of that love energy and you direct it directly into the area to where the healing just happened, okay? So for the other 2 people who did it for other people, what I would suggest is talking to them and showing them the BCR technique video, okay? There's a couple different BCR technique videos. There's my long presentation one. If you guys have the time, go ahead and watch that because it's very informative. And there's a shorter version, okay? The shorter version is the BCR and TC technique all in one video, okay? You can watch that one. That one's a little bit shorter, okay? But nonetheless, recommend that to them and say, let's just start putting love energy into it, okay? You can certainly send love energy to them, but it's up to them to receive that and put that into the body, okay? So again, next step now, guys, love reinforcement. That's what we want to do next, okay? Now we're reinforcing that energy. Now your back will start feeling better, better and better, each and every single day that you're putting more love energy into it, okay? Thank you very much. All right, let's move on to the final request here. Where was I? Okay, here we go, right after Zach. Okay, so thank you, Zach, for that. This is the final one here. Frederic, I have pain in all of the left side of my body. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. Pain all on the left side of my body. That must be some type of nerve situation, nervous system situation, okay? So I think what we'll do is probably work on the nervous system, okay? It may also link to certain forms of organs, but right now we'll look into the nervous system, okay? There's definitely something going on, some type of toxicity within the body, all right? So Frederic, what I'd like you to do right now, again, hands upon the center of the chest, feeling the black roots coming out. All right, and putting it directly into just the entire left side of your body, right? It's kind of like you're able to see the nerves of your body, right? Going around the left brain, left side of the face, left shoulder, the heart as well too. We're just kind of putting it around the left side of the body, okay? Wherever you feel there's pain there, okay? And I want you just to feel like the black roots are just going all the way down to the bottom of the left side of the leg, okay? So from up here, all the way down to the bottom, since you just have pain on the left side of your body, okay? But we're focusing on the nerves, just the nerves of it, okay? All right, so what I want you to do next, Frederic, is apologetic affirmation, okay? I apologize to my body for the result of what I'm going through right now, the neglect that has been happening with my body. I ask for my body's forgiveness, and I ask for my body's assistance to help clear up all the pain that I'm experiencing on the left side of my body, okay? So once you have done that, body forgives you, okay? And you're feeling all of that black liquid around the left side of your body being sucked up, being absorbed, okay? You're absorbing it all directly into your hands. Okay, so I'll give you a minute as you do that now. Okay, Frederic, so we will go ahead now and clear out that debris with spirit light, okay? So let's take a deep breath in, deep breath out as I now connect with spirit. I command God's spirit light to completely cancel out, eliminate, and purge all of the black liquid debris energy in Frederic's hands, and canceling out and clearing away completely all of the pain energy contained within the left side of his body, purging all of that energy up out of his body, putting it up into source consciousness to be purified and forgiven in totality. Apply. Okay, so Frederic, as I said, it's in the process of being canceled out now. So now you want to bring love energy into yourself. Like I said, if there's something just on the left side, like I said, I think this is something to do with the nervous system. Okay, and we just want to look into that a little bit deeper. A lot of love energy into your organs, a lot of love energy into your nervous system as well too. Okay, medical medium protocols as well. All right, thank you very much. Okay, guys, so that wraps up our healing requests. Half time for now. The second half is now going to be moving on into questions. Okay, so if you guys do have questions for myself or for Adronis, you can feel free to write it down. I do have a donation here with Speak Your Truth. All right. Thank you for the contribution. I appreciate that. Speak Your Truth says, question, how big of a role does the electrical grid and artificial electricity play in limiting our lifespan or affecting our health and our connection to spirit? Thank you immensely. Well, that depends, right? There are people, again, who have longer lifespans, right? We can never really generically give statistics to it, okay? Basically, I would say that when you're looking at the electrical grid, it intensifies problems that people are already having, all right? So if a person already has a myriad of different diseases, right? And if they are very unhealthy, if they don't take care of themselves, and they're exposed to a lot of this artificial grid of electricity, whether it's 5G, etc., or otherwise, yes, it could certainly shorten their life, right? Because they have a lot of other debris in them. They have metals in their body, they have harsh viruses, they have harsh bacteria, they don't take care of themselves, they eat crappy food, whatever it is that they're putting into their body. So basically, the more toxic a body is, the more that this will generally get affected horrendously through the idea of the artificial electricity grid and all that. Okay, so it's kind of like what others have been saying as well too. The more debris that's in your body, it's kind of like that metallic energy or the metallic debris in your body is almost like a magnetic, right? It's like all this dirty electricity is therefore responding to all the metals in your body, right? And it can grow a lot more of the viruses and illnesses within your body. So it can also cause your body to be more highly acidic, right? It can also cause cancer to thrive, okay? Cancer can thrive quite strongly wherever there's acidic environments inside our body. Do you guys know what cancer is? It's a fungus, okay? A fungus needs acid. It needs an acidic environment to thrive. When you start reinforcing yourself with alkaline, rebalancing the alkaline acidic ratio within your body, you help to clear that out, okay? So again, medical medium protocols would be my suggestion here. There's a reason why I really love Anthony William and what he does with the books, right? I'm reading his books. He's phenomenal, okay? So again, I can't put him over enough. He's a great guy, okay? So work with your celery juice, work with your cucumber juice, work with your heavy metal detox smoothie, right? Get some alkaline into your body, making sure you're eating healthy. Detoxify, okay? We want to get the metals out of your body. We want to get the toxins out of your body. We want all that debris out of your body as much as possible to get the nice fine balance on pH level between your alkaline and your acidity, okay? So the more that we're doing that, the more that you're exercising, you're taking good care of yourself, you're meditating, you're bringing love energy into yourself, BCR technique, that will certainly help with increasing your lifespan a lot more. My honest suggestion right now for a lot of people, get out of the major population centers, all right? And I'm not saying that in a fearful way, simply because there's just so much contamination. There's a lot of contamination in the major population centers in the big cities, not to mention all the turmoil that's happening right now. This is not a fear response, but basically if you're going into the small towns, the small villages, you're going to thrive a lot more, right? There's less dirty electricity, there's less noise pollution, there's less, thought form bombardment for millions of people that are contained in these population centers. So that would be my suggestion with everybody. Consider migrating away from the major population centers, okay? They're going to be going through the highest uproars right now. And like I said, they're very polluted, and they're polluted in many different ways. My own intention as well, too, because I'm kind of in the outskirts of a major population center. Canada, it's not so bad. Canada, we have less people. But I am actually looking to move back to possibly Vancouver Island here in the next few months, going into a small town, right, and just enjoying it there. So if you guys do have the means, that's what I'd recommend. Second thing I'd recommend is if you do want to stay in the major population centers, do a lot of cleanup work, right? Help a lot of people. It's up to you. But like I said, if you're noticing that your health is dwindling quite a bit and you're not too sure what to do, my recommendation, find a smaller area, right? Find a town, a village, and be a part of that, okay? That would be my recommendation. So thank you, Speak Your Truth. I appreciate that. Thank you for your question. Okay, let's go down the list here a bit more. Nelson asked something about Tensor ring technology. I'm not too sure if I've heard of Tensor ring. Let me just see if I can take a quick gaze at that. It sounds very interesting. Technology. I'm just kind of duck going it right now. I don't know, Nelson. I would have to look into it a little bit more. Okay. It's kind of, as it says here, Tensor ring is an infinite source of energy that is neither electric nor magnetic, with an output that is beneficial and healing to all life forms. It is a superconductor that neutralizes magnetic fields, bringing coherency to chaos, and easily stabilizes and equalizes the biomagnetic and energetic fields of the body. Tensor fields produce a measurable gravitational effect. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about here. Let's take a moment. I'm just kind of tuning into the technology. Yeah, I'm getting a good, clean feeling to it, Nelson. Okay. Well, I mean, basically, we've already looked at the definition right there. You just duck, go it. I'm trying not to use Google. Google is just too manipulative, right? I work with DuckDuckGo. Okay, so I would say duck it, right? And you already see the new definition of it. So it's kind of like a 0-point energy field. There's other technologies like the Rodin coil. For example, there's other people working with scalar technology as well too. that are basically trying to harness the 0 point energy field, okay? And basically that we'll use as a neutralizer. It's kind of like a neutralizer that cancels out magnetic fields, okay? But basically I would say if you have like a ring in that way, that will help you a little bit, but you kind of want it on a bigger scale, right? You want it a little bit thicker, you want it a little bit more bigger, and maybe that could help with your entire household. I don't know if these guys have those bigger versions of it. But if you're wearing one like the size of a ring, it may help you to a certain degree, but it doesn't really have a lot of potency in it from what I'm sensing, okay? You want something that has a little bit more larger mass to it, something that has a little bit more of a scale to it, okay, for it really to take a good effect as it relates to households. So like I said, maybe they have it, maybe they don't. It would just be worth looking into that, okay? Thank you, Nelson. All right, let's go down to questions here a bit more. Okay. Let's see here. I know there's this question about Edgar Casey and talking about a 6 root race. I try not to get into those discussions because people try to identify that. The honest truth is people have asked Adronis about root races before. He says you're not really going to know that until you actually see a grander change happening through your generations. Because it's not a certain particular type of race. It's something that's much more generational based. It's something that actually is more of a unification between peoples in that sense. It's not a special cultural race that just suddenly comes into the picture. The idea of the root race would represent the idea of our generational upliftment, our generational advancement in that way. We're certainly moving into that direction, but we're not quite there yet. Okay, there needs to be a lot more of a community base within the Earth, upon the Earth as well too. When we start getting more so into galactic society, when we start working with the Earth and start bringing forward, helping her and feeding each other, the wars and all of that, you could look at this as the 6 root evolutionary aspect of humanity coming through. So I look at it a little bit different. Adronis has talked about it in that way too, I believe, that it's much more of a generational aspect and not something of a new ethnicity or something like that coming together. People can often be mistook for that. My feeling, again, relates to this being of another generation, a new generation of people. It's kind of like what Dolores Cannon has talked about with the 3 waves, right? I have also referred to the 4th wave representing the hybrids, okay? But it's basically something that represents our generational evolutionary understanding as human beings, okay? That, to my perspective, would be the idea of another root race, okay? Thank you very much for your question. All right. Okay. So again, I'm hearing from some people that they may have ringing in their ears or they've had Epstein-Barr for quite some time. Guys, get the healing code cards, okay? The healing code cards work with that. If you guys have tinnitus and it's ringing in your ear, okay, you use the ear enhancer for the healing code cards. That will take care of it, okay? If you have Epstein-Barr, you work with the major organ purifier that is designed to go into the body and clear out Epstein-Barr, canceling out the vibration. But like I said, when the vibration is canceled out, you're not out of the woods. Okay, you have to go in and you need to start bringing love energy into yourself, okay? Because that's exactly what spirit is doing. Spirit is neutralizing this energy. Here's a big, gigantic, toxic thing, neutralized, okay? So the vibration itself is being canceled out. And now you're working with love reinforcement, and now the white blood cells and all of the resources within your body are now working to repair that area, okay? So working with the healing code cards, working with the distance healing here is just the first step. Second step, you gotta reinforce love, okay? You guys got work to do. It's not just say, oh, I looked at Brad's card, I'm good. I'm good as gold. No, you got the first step done, but now you got to do the second step, and that's love energy, okay? That's taking care of your body. That's maintaining yourself. You got a physical body that needs your attention. You got a physical body that you are responsible for, okay? You got to take care of it. You can't duck out of that. So it's just important about being serious about that, work with love energy, and help clearing out the body, okay? Okay, So I like how people just ask Adronis about financial questions. He doesn't deal with finances, guys. So again, the reason I'm kind of answering these questions is because people have asked me the same questions before when I was channeling Adronis, okay? And I'm just telling you word for word, basically what Adronis has said about this, okay? Ritzy says, Adronis, what would you say is the best way to utilize our savings in current economic climate for long term? Invest in property, okay? So someone has asked Adronis this previously. What Adronis said is that if you can, get out of the global banks. Get out of the centralized banking. Do not have your money in any particular form of the central banks whatsoever. If you have a mortgage to pay off, then that's up to you, right? But if you can, try and invest in things that, yeah, you could look into property. Some people are investing in digital currency. Some people are investing in metals as well too. Some people just want to acquire land and build something there as well too. That's a good recommendation. But he just says whatever you decide to do with your money, it's good to look into local banking, right? To find local banks and putting it into them instead, and not having any particular forms of ties with the national banks or central banks in that particular way whatsoever, because they're going to go belly up here very soon. Okay, I don't know exactly when. I feel it probably will be within the next couple of years, right? But it's best to basically withdraw your money and put it into something of more of a local banking. Some people are also swapping their money for digital currency and doing that instead. That's an option. Doesn't mean you have to do that. But again, Adronis is not a financial consultant here, okay? He's just getting a reading in regards to what is happening to a lot of these major banks. And a lot of them are going to go belly up. And there's probably going to be a lot more state banks that are going to be opening up, a lot more local banks opening up. Those are the ones that you basically want to work with, okay? That's been his suggestion. That's what he's told people. And yes, investing in land is good. If you want to invest in minerals, if you want to invest in ores, if you want to invest in digital currency, it's up to you. You have to make up your own mind here. You have to decide what's important to you, okay? There's no generic contingency plan that is going to bail you out. You have to find this out for yourself. What works for you? Is it land? Is it resources? Is it metals, silver, gold, right? Is it digital currency? You got to discover that for yourself. It's your life, okay? But there's no easy bailout here. You have to make that decision. Okay. Okay, here's another one from Zach. Adronis, can you please provide any information on how virtual reality technologies or video games in general can impact our consciousness? Thank you. Okay. One moment as I'll bring him in for this one. Terra Soul Star Adronis. We are here at this time. We bid you greetings and thank you very much for the opportunity of this interaction today. I am Adronis of Sirius. We thank you very much, Zach, for your question as it relates to virtual reality technology and what it may do to your consciousness. All right. Firstly, you have to understand it's not about something outside of you that is going to, in that sense, corrupt you. It's the idea that your own inner corruption brings about certain things that are attempting to amplify that corruption a lot more. Nothing outside of you that you know has no particular impact upon you at all will affect you at all. Now again, this is why many of you become somewhat confused in this. The only reason why many of you are under certain states of control is because you are afraid. You're in fear. Fear itself is the greatest control mechanism. It's not your virtual reality. It's not your technologies, really. Those are only, again, additional amplifiers. All right, those are peripheral aspects that are bringing about certain degrees of influence that can happen to one who is greatly afraid. Your greatest virus is your fear, because fear is a control mechanism. If you are afraid, you are highly susceptible to being influenced because you don't feel you have the answers. You feel somebody else has the answers and they have to take care of you. And now you go into these things. You start going into technology. You start going into VR. You start going into all these different forms of apparatuses that are, again, continuing to bring about a great deal of fear. So yes, there can be certain forms of technologies that can, again, create a greater aura of fear within yourself. But the fear is stemming from you. For example, if you have completely cleared away a fear, does not matter if you put on that VR headset and play a scary video game. You're not afraid in the least. Or again, whatever the influence is, you're watching a television show. You're not scared because you have no fear. You've cleared that out. What you are looking to transcend here is the aspect of fear and the aspect of ignorance, because ignorance and fear go together. What ignorance does is it breeds that degree of fear a lot more. And then there is arrogance. And arrogance will defend that fear. It will defend that ignorance. That's what you have to work on. Many of you are so afraid of something outside of you that's trying to take you over. That's not the case. You are compromised because of fear, ignorance, and arrogance. That's why you're compromised. So it does not matter if it's another person in your life, if it's a bully in your life, if it's a technological excuse, whatever it is, you're allowing yourself to be controlled by fear. So when you work to alleviate that fear, and what do you do to alleviate your fear? What has Brad just been telling you today? Love. You bring love into your heart. You expand yourself with love. You are so greatly immersed in the grandest degrees of love imaginable that fear doesn't exist in you anymore. You're happy. You're joyful. You're taking care of yourself. You're helping others. You're doing things that excite you. You're doing things that make you feel exhilarated. You're going out into nature. You're working with the trees. You're having a grand time with the animals. You're enjoying your environment all around you. You see? That's love reinforcement. So again, you have bought into this idea of feeling that something outside of me is going to take away my freedom. No. You are only at threat of having your freedom taken away when you're in fear of it. And many of you are afraid of that. And that's where your dilemma lies. You're afraid of technology. You're afraid of what this is going to do to you. You're afraid of this person. You're afraid of this government. Fear, 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 fear. And that becomes the totality of your day because you are boggling your mind constantly about what you're afraid of. Of course it's going to get to you. Of course it's going to cause you to be concerned. Of course it's going to cause anxiety. All of that is going to happen because you are labeling it fear. I'm afraid of this person. I'm afraid of this technology. I'm afraid of this situation. You're making it worse. You're making the entire dilemma because you're afraid of all these things. You're controllable. You become a sheep to them, if we were to use it in a bold context. Whatever you're afraid of, you become a sheep of, which means you follow it. You don't really like following it, but because you're resonating with fear, you follow it. And that's the issue itself. Do not keep pointing the finger that something outside of you is responsible for the fear, because it's not. It's you. That finger needs to turn and come back to you. You're the one in fear. You're the one that's making these situations intense. You're the one that has this concern about technology or this or that or the other thing or this person in your life, etc. It's all your fear that's cooking this up. So what do? You bring in love. You go into the opposite direction. This is why we state that love is so very important. Love vanquishes fear altogether. And this is why you are encouraging others to go into deeper states of love, because love will help to vanquish the fear. When a person sees a sign where you're saying, hey, there's free hugs, well, that fear drops away. You want to go and you hug that person. You don't care about social distancing. That's a fear. You don't care about masks. That's a fear. You drop it. And you don't care what anybody else says. I see this person with a free hug sign. I'm going to go up and I'm going to hug them. And I'm going to enjoy it because that makes me feel good inside. Then go for it. Because there is never anything illegal about love. You see? It's when many of you start pouring all this concern and anxiety and fear regarding social distancing and COVID-19 and coronavirus and mask wearing, etc. You're creating so much fear around it. You're absolutely terrified that this must be the normalcy to come. But you're not resolving it with love. You take the mask off. You start hugging each other. You start working together in love. And now it remedies. So many people are doing it, there's no control left. That control energy can only be an issue if those that are within great states of fear follow it like the sheep. But if you're no longer a fear sheep, you're now this brave, wonderful, loving human being. You see, that's the entire situation. Everything happens in here, in here, in here. Repeat that with us. Everything happens in here, in here, in here, not out there. Do you see? So, it is your fear that you need to address. It is the fear that you're going to go through transhumanism. It is a fear that technology is going to do something to you. It is the fear that you're going to get sick. It is the fear that you have a bully in your life. It is the fear that the government is going to overwhelm you. Fear, 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 fear. And as soon as you keep putting that fear up, you're going to try and manifest it to make it happen. Because your fear is doing that. You have to get past that. You have to use the opposite vibration. Love. Now you don't care about a bully. You make peace with them. Now you don't care about technology. You can put it aside or you can use it in harmony without complaint. Now you don't care about your government because you've made peace with your own life and you know yourself to be sovereign. You see how that fear disappears? When you acquire love into yourself, you accumulate it into yourself. That's the difference maker. Fear equals control. Fear equals manipulation. Fear equals influence. Because you're making that happen. I don't have the answers. I'm scared to death. Somebody else make a decision for me. You're afraid. And you become a sheep. So therefore, when you become loving, you become your true self. And we put it that way because it's very, very important for you to see that analogy. A sheep will follow. They'll follow somebody. Make a decision for me. Go ahead and do this for me. Please make me feel safe because I can't do it. And you fall into that trap because you are afraid. So, flip the coin. Turn the situation around and be loving. Because that is where you are a true human being. All right? We thank you very much for your question. One moment, please. Okay, great. Thank you very much, Zach. And you got a little bit extra there from what Adronis was sharing. Okay. Let me just go down the list a bit more. I think we're going to take one or two more questions. And Devar says, Adronis is not a financial consultant. No, he's not. He doesn't use finances on Sirius, right? There's no money on Sirius, so why would he be? Exactly. That's what I keep telling people, but they still ask him financial questions, right? Okay. I don't think we have time to go over the entire Elohim rice right now. That would probably take an hour's worth of discussion. There's really no elevator version on that. So another time, Davijan. There's other videos that you guys can look at where Adronis has talking about, the Anunnaki, where he has talked about, galactic origins. Please just go into my YouTube, okay, guys, and just do some searching, right? I got tons and tons and tons of videos, right? So you can find some information about that. So I'm just seeing if there's any last questions here. Okay, Ali just says something about enamel in the teeth. Just Adronis' advice or my advice. I just had a teeth cleaning that was way too abrasive on one tooth. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry to hear that. Well, you just want to try and mineralize your teeth as much as you can. Now, on the healing code cards, there's an enamel enhancer. And what you would do is just take the enamel enhancer, and you can take an amplifier card as well, too. And you can take like your toothpaste, whatever toothpaste you use, and just keep it on there for a while. Okay, all those codes are going to go into the enamel toothpaste, and that can help to really enhance the enamel reconstruction in your teeth. Okay, you can also use it just by charging water as well too. That works as well. Really, in that sense, just work on mineralizing your teeth as best you can, right? Give them mineralization, right? Some people will use the charcoal as well too. Some people have like mint ointments or something like that as well too. Just look into certain forms of properties that can help encourage a lot more remineralization of the teeth, okay? And just do it, I'd say maybe 2 or 3 times per day, right? Just brushing your teeth with, again, like the activated charcoal, for example, and just really get a lot of increase in mineralization in your teeth. And over time, that will certainly help in rebuilding the teeth a lot more, okay? I've done it myself, and there certainly is some improvement, right, with the teeth. So, yeah, that's why I say just keep working on it with mineralization. Work with the enamel enhancer as well, too, in the healing code cards, okay? And if you're having some problems with the teeth, Ali, I believe you are a spirit ambassador, so you know how to clear that out if there's any pain, okay? Okay, guys, we're out of time for this webcast today. Thank you, everybody, for your questions, and thank you for your requests as well, too. Remember that this Sunday is the Adronis event. Okay, so I'll pull that up again. Adronis Guidance to Contact this Sunday, September 27th, 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. Okay, so you have an open Q&A with Adronis on Zoom. You'll be able to talk to him voice to voice. And again, to register, go to neworkteachings.com. It's $4.99 registration. And as I said, those funds are going to the mind deck of the healing code cards. Okay? Thank you, everybody. Thank you for being here today. Have a wonderful weekend. And I'll speak to you again in another perspective of the now. Take care. Namaste.